How do I want to start this? Well, I quit my job. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Laura, and if you're really new here, then you wouldn't know that for the past 4 years I have been a teacher. So in today's video, I'm just going to be explaining to you guys why I ended up ultimately deciding to leave my job as a elementary school teacher. So before I get into like the reasonings why, basically I just want to start off by saying I hope you guys respect my decision, and I know that I left during the middle of the school year, so it's kind of a big deal and people are probably going to hate on me for it, but I hope you guys just hear me out and understand, and even if you don't agree with it, I hope you guys can just kind of, you know, agree to disagree on some of these things. Hey guys, so before I go any further, I just want to give a big shout out to Charlie Lee TV. I'm gonna link his channel down below, but he sent me a bunch of things from my wish list. If you guys don't know, in my description I had a wish list on all my old videos for what I wanted in my classroom, and he sent me a ton of things. So thank you so much again, Charlie, for sending me all those things. They are all in my old classroom or in a classroom at that same school, so everything is being used by students. So thank you so much for sending those. They did not go to waste, and I know you're probably watching this video like, what? I just sent her all these things and now she's not using it. They're still being used. Some students still have them. They're going to be used. They're going to be loved and appreciated. So thank you so much for sending those. All right, back into past Laura explaining things. And again, before I even jump into anything else, I'm sorry if this is gonna be a little rambly. I'm gonna try to go through it. This is the 4th time that I've sat down to record this, and I don't know, I'm gonna try to like summarize it a little bit more because the last few times it's been way too much. So let's just jump into it then. So like I said, a little bit of background. I have taught in a 1st grade, a 2nd grade, 2 years in 4th grade. This current school year I taught in a 2nd grade and a kindergarten classroom. So just a little background of like how long I've been teaching. So about 4 years. If you've been following my channel, then you know that this last summer I moved from Tallahassee, Florida to South Florida, and I started at a new school. The school itself was just a kind of tough situation to come into. I didn't really feel welcomed by colleagues, by administration, by parents. I was put in a 2nd grade classroom that was the accelerated classroom, so I was basically told I had to take gifted online courses that were like college classes at the same time as teaching full-time, so that was a lot of stress on me. Everything was different, not only switching from 4th grade to 2nd grade, but the rules at the school were completely different, expectations, just everything was new and it was not explained to me. Everyone just kind of looked at me and assumed, oh, she's been teaching for a couple years, like she knows the drill, I'm not going to explain things to her. And that was not the case. I needed explanation. Everything was new to me, and I had only really been at the same school for previous to that. I had subbed at multiple schools, but it's different subbing day to day than it is being full-time in a classroom. So I was very stressed out from all the work that I had to do and just adjusting to new life, new rules, new way of working. Like I said, parents were not supportive whatsoever. I was questioned constantly, daily in fact, sometimes multiple times a day, and it was not done in a respectful way. It was done in a very nasty, cruel, almost harassing way, I would say. And instead of my administration, you know, being supportive in the situation and backing me up, they chose to just move me to kindergarten. But you'll kind of see on my channel, I was so stressed out from all of this. Like, I was losing hair and losing sleep, and like, you'll see if you scroll back in my channel, I had like all these high hopes. Like, I was moving to a new school. I started out on my channel, like I had all my moving stuff, I packed up my classroom, and then I had vlogs going into me setting up my classroom, and then nothing. And then the next video you see is, hey guys, I'm in kindergarten now. And the reason being is because of all these reasons that I've said. You know, I was so stressed out. It was not good, like just in fear to go to work. So like I said, I moved into a kindergarten classroom. I was kind of led to believe that I would have like an ideal kind of classroom, all kids around the same like learning abilities, all kids pretty much good behaviors. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. that was not the case. I was misled. I had some pretty severe behaviors, and like any good teacher, I went to administration for support and I was not given it. I was kind of from then on treated like a pariah. I feel like I was excommunicated, you know, like they just like looked at me like, she'll deal with it. And when I asked for help multiple times, like they would take, like I'd be buzzing down to the office asking for help and like someone would wait 10 minutes to show up, and I was like, what am I supposed to do, you know? And so that's 10 minutes wasted of my teaching time that I could have been moving on with the rest of my class and whatever. And so I just wasn't supported whatsoever. And it got to the point where, you know, I asked for the student to be removed from my classroom that was having the most severe behavior issues. That student was not the only, but he had the most severe. I actually asked about 3 days into having the student in my classroom, and they completely denied it. They were like, nope. So I ultimately asked again and they said no. And so I went to the union and got their help. And from then on, I was like not welcomed in that front office. Like my principal went from being like a nice, kind lady to being like, I don't want to talk to you type of person. And it was like, just even the tone of her voice was rude to me, and I was like in shock. I was stressed out from that because I like literally never even wanted to go check my mailbox because I had to go into the office to do it. My students in my classroom were stressing me out. I could not teach, and the whole point of me teaching was to help kids grow and learn, and I wasn't able to do that. I, on top of it, moved to kindergarten. So that's basically me moving from 4th grade to kindergarten. That's like 4 grade levels. It's insane to me. It was just too much. It really was. And I was not given any support. None. And they can try to say, if they ever find this video, they can try to like comment on it and say that they did. They did not. They did not. Okay, to sum it up, it got to the point where I was in that classroom for, when was it? Was it October? Yeah, like beginning of October, end of September, beginning of October until December. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I sent my resignation letter and I had to leave. Just for my mental health, I had to do it. So I ended up packing my classroom and leaving. And so you're probably thinking, what am I doing now? And if you watched my last video where I talk about my New Year's goals, then you know that I'm kind of just looking for a new passion now. This is not to say that I'm not going to teach in the future. I don't know what my future holds. I may end up teaching next school year. I may end up taking a break for 5 years. I don't know. We'll just kind of have to see where life takes me. So just kind of to sum everything up, I hope you guys are able to respect my decision. I hope you guys are able to understand where I'm coming from and be supportive on this decision. And if you're a teacher, know your rights. Go to the union. If you're in a similar situation to me and you're like, I can't make it through the rest of the school year, contact your union if you have one and find out your rights, because you probably have a lot more rights than you thought you did. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you've ever been in this situation or something similar, I'd love to hear about it. Leave it in the comments below, or if you just want to leave me a supportive message because I need it right now, leave me a comment. Go ahead and also like this video. It really helps out my channel. It like helps out with all the algorithms and all that of YouTube. It helps me reach more people. And yeah, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, because I plan on posting every 3 days. All right, bye guys.